Are you single and looking for love? What does the month of April hold for you in terms of romance? Hi, I'm Teja Pradashni, founder for Akashic Center for Healing. I help people live their life with more ease and joy by removing any energetic blocks or limiting beliefs that do not serve their highest purpose. And today we have in front of us three piles of cards, and the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides want you to know how your love life is going to be in the month of April 2021. Well, this reading is for singles, people who are not in any committed relationships, who are looking for love. And in this reading, we will understand when love is coming, what is blocking you from receiving love in your life, what kind of a person will you attract, and if there is any advice from the universe regarding your love life. So let's get started. Here is a shot of the three piles. I want you to close your eyes, meditate upon the cards, and ask your higher self to guide you to pick the right pile. Pile number 1, 2, or 3. And once you're ready and have made the choice, then we can start. Awesome, guys. I can't wait to tell you how your love life is going to be in the month of April. But before we start, please remember that these are general readings. If they resonate with you, great. If they don't resonate with you, then pick another card or probably check one of my other videos for more information. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me, all the details are in the description box below, and the timestamps for this video are also in the description box so that you can just jump right ahead to the card that you have chosen. Alright, so let's begin. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've picked group number 1. Let's see what your cards are. Okay, you've got the Sun card, which is a very beautiful card from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck. You have One of Keys, the Architect, in the reverse from the Akashic Tarot deck. Do not worry about reverses, they're not always bad. They are here to give you advice. And then you have the Agnya Chakra in the reverse from the Yogic Path Oracle deck. Alright, so let me just tune into your energies and see what these cards are telling you. Alright, so the Akashic Tarot, let's start with that. So the Akashic Tarot card deck, which we picked One of Keys from, is telling you that you probably are coming out of a relationship and you are very confused as to how this relationship has turned out. And there are some of you who tend to make all the wrong choice of people when it comes to relationship. They either hurt you, or things don't seem to work out between the two of you, or there's always some sort of mess when it comes to relationships. It is either the person is unavailable, or there's someone who you cannot connect with, or some issue comes up, a third party situation. Sometimes third party does not always have to be another person. It could be work or family or some other distraction that takes away most of the time and attention, and it's always leaving you feeling like, do you even deserve love? And this feeling is not a nice feeling to be in, is it? So the Architect in the reverse is telling you that you're not able to construct the kind of relationship or create the kind of relationship that you want in your life for yourself. It's not a healthy relationship. All the relationships that you were in previously were either abusive, or you were left hanging. You didn't know what the other person felt, or things were not very clear as to where you belonged with each other. And this feeling of not being worthy enough is coming up. So that is what the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides were telling you about the situation of your love life right now. So the situation of your love life right now is not happening. It's like whoever you meet, somehow or the other, you're unable to like resonate with them, you're not able to connect with them, and this is leaving you feeling hopeless. It's making you feel like, is there even love for me? Like, what is it that I'm doing that is not allowing love to flow into my life, is the question that you're currently asking yourself. And if you see this card, let me put it in the upright position so that you can see it much clearer. So there are two Egyptians trying to build, I think, a pyramid or some sort of a structure. And if it had come upright, then that means you're able to create everything you want in your life. But since it's come in the reverse, you're unable to see why the building is not being held up. Like, why is it crumbling down? Why are you not able to sustain love in your life? And then you've got this card Agnya in the reverse as well, which is basically the third eye chakra, right? So the Agnya chakra is the third eye chakra, right in the middle of your forehead, between your eyebrows, and it seems blocked. It feels almost like you attract situations or people who are not right for you. And the record keepers and guides are telling me that you're someone who doesn't value yourself enough in order to attract the right people. It may be a little hard for some of you to understand this or even accept it, but I'm just the messenger and I'm going to just tell you whatever I'm receiving from the guides right now. And they're telling me that you need to love yourself more. You need to value yourself more. It is something about pleasing people. They're showing me that you tend to please people a lot, and because of that you're unable to attract the right kind of people, because the ones who come into your life, they think if they give you crumbs of their attention, you'll be happy with it. And for a very long time you were happy with whatever little people threw at you, but now you're beginning to realize that no, I don't want that. I want something more. I want something substantial. I want something sustainable, something long term. Someone who respects me, who loves me for who I am. And that is exactly what this card, the universal card, is asking you to pay attention to, because you are someone who's making choices based on what is available to them, rather than asking yourself what is in your highest and best interest. If this person is coming forward with some sort of a proposal, like affection, or telling you or asking you to be in a relationship with them, then you need to ask yourself if this person is right for you. Not give in to it or go into a relationship just because you feel that nobody else will love you, because that is not true. And that is what the guides want to remind you, that you are very loving and you're very, very supportive and you've got such great qualities. So don't sell yourself short. You have to understand that if you don't pay attention to your own self-worth, nobody's going to do that. Trust me about that. And you need to also understand that if you don't start valuing yourself and living like the king or queen that you are, people are not going to pay attention to this beautiful energy that you have. So you need to start focusing on your self-love and being a little selfish. It's okay to be selfish at times when it comes to your own highest interest, because if you cannot take care of yourself, your mental health and your physical health, nobody's going to do that for you. So this card is telling you to open up your third eye and look for people who you can tune into their energies and see if they are good for you. Do not choose anyone who does not feel good in your gut, because some people are like so handsome or so beautiful and you're so drawn to them, but then they have this mean streak about them. I'm just giving an example, don't take me literally. And then you you see the red flag, but then you put it aside saying that it's okay. They have 5 other qualities that I like about them, even though there are some 100 red flags. I don't care, because this person seems to be like a nice person. So when we ignore the red flags, we tend to end up in relationships that are messy, that they're not fulfilling emotionally, and it makes you feel not wanted, unworthy, and it kind of affects your self-esteem, making you feel very miserable about your own self. And that is the state you're in currently, because the architect in reverse is also telling you that either you're coming out of a messy relationship, or you feel like you're not good enough to be loved by anybody. And please never ever 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 think that you're not worth it. You are worth it, my dear Phoenix. You are worth all the love in this world, and never sell yourself short. Wait for that one person who will come into your life, who will give you everything that you're looking for. Because you know why? You've got the Sun card, and this is what is coming at you. There are a lot of beautiful energies coming right at you. The Sun brings abundance, Sun brings a lot of love, Sun brings a lot of everything. So I'm seeing that the kind of person you're going to be attracting very soon, once you start falling in love with yourself and doing everything the guides are asking you to do, you will then attract a person who's very cheerful, who's very joyful, who's got a lot of positive energy in them, and they'll make you feel amazing. And there's somebody who looks at the brighter side of things. And sometimes there are times that you don't look at things positively. There's a lot of negative thoughts happening in your mind at the moment because of the way situations have turned out in your life, or the way that your relationships have been going up and down. You are not very positive at this moment, and it's understandable. Not everybody can be positive all of the time. There are off days too. I mean, even I have an off day at times, but you need to understand that being positive is what is going to attract this beautiful sunny personality into your life. And if this is what you want or whom you want, then you need to fall in love with yourself first. Love yourself unconditionally. Choose what is in your highest and best interest. The choices that you make will send out that beautiful energy. It will amplify your positive energy and attract the right kind of person into your life. And this person is coming very, very soon. It could be that he's coming in summer. He or she or them could be coming in summer, which is like it's already started in India, but I don't know where you are reading this, but in probably very soon, like in a month or two, you may encounter this person. But you need to do the work, darling. If you don't do the work, you will not attract this kind of person into your life, and you'll end up going in that up and down roller coaster of negative emotions, and we don't want that for you, right? So we want you to get out of that place that you're in right now, where you feel like, oh my God, nothing is working in my favor, and nobody loves me the way I want them to love me. It's not true. We love you. I love you. Your guides love you. So just be positive and just keep going at it. Do the work that you're doing. You're doing brilliantly well, and just focus on this energy of this person who is so bright and sunny and joyful and fun and full of laughter. And for all you know, he or she or them could be a fire sign, because that is what I'm picking up from the card. But the guides are also saying it could be an air sign. So you never know who you attract in life, right? But if you are reading these cards, and if this reading has resonated with you, then do leave me a comment below so that I know what is it that you're going through in your life, and if I can make another video that can help you with making a decision about choosing the right kind of path or person that you want, please comment below. And if you like my videos, to subscribe to it, share it with your friends and family, because these readings are very special. And though I'm not a tarot card reader, I channel some of the information of the cards, and the rest comes through from my guides. So if you love it, please show me how much you love it. Okay, so I'll see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. Hello to all my Phoenixes who've chosen group number 2. Let's see what your cards are. You've got the Hanged Man in the reverse from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck. You've got the 6 of Roses, called the War of Roses, from the Akashic Tarot deck. And you've got the card Tapas from the Yogic Path Oracle deck. So let's see what they mean, yeah? Interesting. I mean, the first thing that I'm getting from this particular card, can you see it? There's a war going on. What does that mean? It means that you are in a situation in your life that you are single, but you are fixated on somebody who's not available. Your mind is at war with your heart. Your mind is telling you that, look, this is not going to go anywhere. That person is either in a committed relationship like a marriage or a partnership, and they're not going to get out of it anytime soon, but you cannot help waiting on them. Your heart is filled with this passionate desire for them, and you're unable to move on from that particular situation. They've moved on, they are with somebody else, and for all I know, that person may not even have been in your life, in the sense that some of you may not even have dated that person. It's someone you know and you have fallen in love with without even having any sort of a relationship with them. Maybe a friendship, but that's about it. And now your mind and heart are fighting against each other, because on one side, your spiritual instinct or your intuition is telling you that this is not going to go anywhere. We can't be hung up on them. We have to move on. If we get stuck on this, then nobody else will be coming into our life, which is true. But then your heart is like, but I have all of this love and passion and desire for them, and how do I move on? It's virtually impossible for me to do something like that. So this war, this internal war that is going on, is tearing you apart. So you've now come to a place where you don't know what to do about it. Like, you don't know whether to stay or to leave. You're hoping that it'll work out with them, and on the other hand, you know it's not going to work out with them, so you're kind of stuck. So love is not flowing into your life because you're stuck. You're stuck on this one person. You don't know whether they're going to come for you, or if they're going to leave their entire world and choose you instead of the other person. And I don't see it happening for you, unfortunately. It's not like you don't know this. You know this because you know they're happy in that other relationship. You know that it's not going to be anytime soon that they're going to come after you or choose you, but you're unable to let them go. I'm so sorry for you, my darling, but it feels almost like you are in such a turmoil right now, in such a struggle to get out of it, but you don't know how to get out of it. You want to get out of it, and it almost feels like, this card, tapas in India. When we say tapas, it's meditation. It's almost like waiting on somebody. We are unable to move. I hope this card can. Too much light on the card, I guess. But there is this lady sitting and just waiting. That is the image of this card, tapas. And there is this beautiful, do you see these flowers just outside of the horizon of her mind? This space that she's got around her is her deep in thought, thinking about all of that is unavailable to her. And right outside of her mind, her thought process and her whatever inner turmoil, is this beautiful garden of flowers waiting for her to step into that. So what I'm getting from the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides is that if only you made a choice to choose you and your happiness and move forward in life, you have to let them go. That is what I'm getting. You have to let whoever that person is go. Otherwise, every time they say to you, choose your highest good or your highest happiness, you say, oh, that person is what makes me happy. That person is what makes me whole. And you tend to go back into that circle. So now you see how you're stuck. You're going about in loops, like an infinity loop. So they're asking you to choose a path that will take you into that garden, that will allow your life to flourish. Because of the situation, other areas of your life are also beginning to kind of not move forward. And with the Hanged Man in the reverse, it's like you are refusing to see this as a reality. You're refusing to see this reality that this person is never going to be in your life, at least in the near future. We never know how things are going to evolve and change, but for now, this situation is not going to change, and you getting stuck on the situation is not going to help you in any way. So if you want more love to come into your life, you need to move past the ex or this other person that you've have your eye on. Whoever this person is, I'm getting like, for some of you it could be your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, and you're unable to move on from them because they have fulfilled you in some way and you feel that nobody else can fill that gap. But they have moved on for sure and they are happy with their lives, but you are unable to move on from it. You're waiting and hoping and still wondering if they're going to come back and fix things up with you. And the Hanged Man in reverse is telling you to accept the reality, because if you don't accept the reality as it is right now, you will not have a fresh new love coming your way. And that is what we want for you, right? We want you to have the love. And it's not like you're not capable of loving someone else. You've got so much of love in your heart. You've got this blossoming heart, like they're showing me an image of your heart being a purple flower, just blossoming like that, opening up for everybody. Like you have a lot of love to give, but then you're still stuck on that one person. I mean, like, why? I understand that at some point they were very important to you, they made you feel really good, but there are others who deserve your love as well. And probably, just probably, you may find someone who can love you even more than that other person can offer you right now. So I'm thinking that it's better you move on, because that is what you know in your gut. In your gut, you know that you have to move on, but you just need that extra little push. And I hope that this message is pushing you and making you get up and get going, because you've got a lot to offer. And being in this war zone, I don't know how you guys are doing it. Like, it's very difficult to be torn between your head and your heart. You just need to tell yourself that, look, I've done all that I can to get this person into my life, but it's not happening. So I need to now choose what's best for me and keep moving forward. And that is what you guys need to do. If this message resonates with you, please leave me a comment below. I know this particular group has been a very tough reading, but it is for your own good, my dear Phoenixes. Please move forward in your life. Get some energy going. Get some love to flow into your life, and I'm sure you'll have a beautiful and wonderful life. I can see that happening for you. So don't restrict yourself from having that beautiful future that I know you can have. All right. So if this message resonates with you, do leave me a comment below so that I know that I can make these videos for you even more in the future. And send me some love. Subscribe to my channel. Share my videos. Let everyone else also receive these messages, because they're coming from the guides themselves. Even though I'm not a tarot card reader, I pick these cards and then the rest flows from the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. Hi, my Phoenixes. For all of you who have chosen group number 3, let's see what your cards are. You've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Do not worry about reversals, they're not always bad. You've got the Four of Roses, Views of the Ego in the reverse. And then you've got the card Manipura in the reverse. Interesting, you've got all the cards in the reverse, but they're not all bad news. Because you know what? this card, this Four of Roses, the View of Ego, it's telling me that you have been in a relationship with somebody who was probably a very egoistical person, like who's all about themselves, and you were not happy in that relationship, and you have come out of it. Like, you have chosen yourself over this person, and you are now walking away from them, and you have just become single. And because of that, you are going through a lot of transformative changes. You are seeing all the, I wouldn't like to say the word wrongs, but all the things that did not work in your favor in the past relationship, all the things that did not make you feel good about yourself, and how this person made you feel was you were unworthy, right? So this card is telling me that now you have chosen to prioritize yourself, and to choose you, and to make sure that you follow your dreams, your desires, your wishes. You want to do things that make you happy, and in that aspect you haven't really decided whether you want to be in love again or you want to be in another relationship again, because you're now discovering yourself. You're discovering aspects of you that you've lost previously, being in that kind of a relationship where that person did not value you, where that person did not consider you as an equal for some of you, where that person was a really, I'm seeing someone who was all up in his head about himself, like he could have been a narcissist. I'm using the word he a lot, the pronoun he a lot, but it could be a man, woman, or anybody else who could be like that, in that kind of a personality. Because even in this card, if you look at those men let me put it, sorry, it's in the reverse, but look at them staring at themselves in the mirror, like the guy in the middle especially. He's staring at himself in the mirror. So he could have been a narcissistic person you walked away from, someone who did not deserve your love and affection, and you have finally walked out of that relationship, which I applaud you for, because not everybody can realize they're in an abusive relationship and walk away from it. It takes a lot of strength, and I'm really proud of you, my dear Phoenix, for walking out of an abusive relationship. And then you've got the Manipura, which is like the solar plexus chakra just below the heart, and this has come in the reverse, which indicates that you have many choices in front of you now, and you are unsure which paths to take. Like you're being pulled in different directions, and you're not sure which paths to take, and this is causing you some amount of confusion. You're like, do I get into another relationship? Do I stay single? Do I get married again? So that kind of a confusion. But I'm also seeing that perhaps for some of you, this may resonate with a few of you, that you have a lot of options, people who are interested in you already and who are probably showing you affection, and you're not sure whether you want to reciprocate. Like you've just come out of a relationship, you're enjoying your singledom, you're enjoying that free time, you don't know whether you want to give up that freedom to be in another relationship. So if you're watching this and you're single and you want to know when you would be receiving love, then it's telling me not anytime soon, because you haven't really made up your mind, is it? You haven't made up your mind whether you want to be in a relationship or not. And because the High Priestess is also come in the reverse, the High Priestess is a card of intuition, so it is telling me that you want to take some time off and explore. So you could be on a dating spree, or you could want to experiment with like a few people, it's okay. There's no judgment here. I mean, who wouldn't want to, right? Like if if I was in your position and I had like a lot of offers coming in, I wouldn't want to like choose just one. I would want to also explore my options to see which one, or which person rather, would suit me and my goals in life, because you are just walking out of an abusive relationship, and it's not easy to then choose the right or the perfect one that will match your energy frequencies. And it's all about energy, darling. You need to understand that the higher your frequency is, people need to level up to match that kind of frequency. And if you have the strength to walk away from an abusive relationship, which I know you did because that's what the card is telling me, or if not an abusive relationship, a relationship that made you feel undervalued, like made you feel like you're not a worthy enough person to be loved, and you've chosen to choose you, kudos to you. I'm so proud. I just can't help it. I'm just saying this over and over again. I'm really happy that you have chosen yourself and walked away from this person who's like a bit of a narcissist. And that is the reason you are unsure. You're unsure of whoever this person is going to come into your life next. You don't know whether they're going to turn up to be like that. You still need to work on releasing all of that negative feelings or emotions that you have picked up from the previous relationship. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, right? So you go slow, love. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to pick and choose right away. But I do see a lot of your offers coming your way, which is great. I mean, like, it's amazing. So if you want to explore your options, please go ahead and explore your options, because with the High Priestess in reverse, you want to do just that. You want to see what is the best way forward for you, and you don't need distractions. So if you think that, okay, I need to make a choice right now, then I think you should make a choice to just be by yourself and heal from whatever's happened. But if you are at a point where you've already healed and you're ready to move forward, then I think you have a lot of options coming your way. And don't be in a hurry to settle down just yet. Don't be in a hurry to lock somebody in a relationship or a commitment and then not know how to get out of it if it's not working for you. I'm not saying that it's going to be that way, but it's just to allowing yourself like an escape hatch. Not just to, like, showing me a ship with an escape hatch. So it is something like a back door, like to get out like in a hurry if this is not working. Because if you have given a commitment, you are the kind of person who will see through the commitment, who will make sure that that relationship works. You'll do whatever it takes to make that relationship work. And you've got that kind of a heart. You've got that brilliant, beautiful, big heart. And that is what makes it very difficult for you to walk away from people. So that is why Spirit is telling you not to make a commitment in a hurry. You can explore your options. You can go on multiple dates, have some fun, loosen up, let go of your baggage, let go of anything that's holding you back, and then decide what it is that you want to do with your life moving forward. I hope this message resonated with you and gave you some amount of insight. If it did, I would love to hear from you. So do leave me a comment below. And if these videos that I make are fun and you enjoy them, do share them with your friends and family. Subscribe to my channel and send me some love, guys. I deserve some love, and I'm gonna see you really soon in another video next week. And if you want me to talk about something in specific, leave that in the comments below as well. I'll see you again soon. I love you all very much. I'm so grateful you're in my life, and I'll leave you now. Okay, bye.